Alright. Another episode, Eat the D. This one's a little interesting. First off, it's Friday. I typically don't film on Friday, because Friday's movie day. But there's no movies I really want to watch in theaters right now, at least no theaters near me. I did want to see that Magazine Dreams, but closest theater is like an hour and a half away. Closest theater that's playing it, I want to emphasize that. There's plenty of theaters closer, but that's the closest one that's playing Magazine Dreams. And I just don't have, typically I got other errands. I got to run Friday too. And I don't today. I got an unusually open Friday. And the place I'm going is, they have a location in Troy, which is where I work. So, hey, not a lot of issues there. So I figured, why not film Friday? Another interesting one is I just got done eating, I'd say a total of 3 Krispy Kreme donuts, 2 full ones and 1/2 of each of those there. So a total of 3 Krispy Kreme donuts. So really not all that hungry right now. I'm not full by any means, but could I not eat and be perfectly content? Yeah, probably. But that's not the way we roll. You know, it's always bulk season around here. Got a bulk. So today we're going to, it's an Indian place. I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Charminar Biryani House, which is kind of ironic because I've never heard of biryanis at all before this, but 2 Eat the D's ago at Amar Pizza, link in description if you haven't seen that, they had a biryani that I got, and that was the first biryani I've ever had or heard of, and I just, like I said, I just go down a list. This one just happened to be one space away from that, so kind of crazy how that works out. But, I mean, yeah, the Cookie Boys was the only thing in between this. I forgot that would be out by the time I film this. Not out yet when I'm filming that. It's not out yet as I film this, but it'll be out by the time this comes out, obviously. But Charminar Biryani House, they have 3 locations. One in Troy. Oh, for God's sakes, hold on. One in Troy, one in Midtown, and one in downtown Detroit. But anyway, I'm going to the Troy one because that's what's most convenient for me, and they got a big fucking menu. I said ironically enough, I said Amar Pizza might have one of the biggest menus I've ever seen. This one, hands down, is even bigger. It's gargantuan. So I'm not gonna be stuffing my face as much as normal. I think I got 6 things at Amar Pizza. I'm probably gonna shoot for 5 things here. I'm gonna get an appetizer. All right, I'm gonna get an appetizer, 3 main dishes, and a dessert. They have a lot of stuff breaking up into like vegetarian, non-vegetarian stuff. Like I said, this menu is gargantuan. So much stuff. So I haven't looked at it too hard. I'll look at it once I'm gonna cut the camera, figure out what I want before I go there, and then just order it. I've not yet seen the inside of the place, so I don't know if it's kind of a pick up and go or sit down in there and eat. You guys will find that out shortly, whether I'm in my car or in the restaurant. Yeah, Indian food, haven't had it a lot, if ever. So I'm excited for this. You know me, I'm all about trying new things, baby. So, Charminar Biryani House. Hopefully I pronounced that right from memory. Another episode, Eat the D. Let's get it. So, actually, so, okay.
very quiet, very peaceful in here. I'm gonna look to try and keep that true. So I'm gonna be very quiet. I'll amplify it in post probably. But also, moral of the story. Looking at the menu, first off, I came in. Hold on. As I was filming, you guys may have seen in the intro that there's a big try our lunch buffet every day across the top. And I don't know if that's what they only do for lunch, which it's quarter after noon, or 12:30. It's 12:30 in the afternoon, goddammit. And so maybe that's all they do, because they just wave me in and sit down. I didn't even have to pay yet, so I'm just gonna dine and dash. I'm kidding. Worst thing to say as a worker walks by me. But yeah, so there's no slow-mos of food because, quite frankly, I'm doing the buffet, so it's kind of a smaller buffet. So I'm just gonna try and eat everything I can on the buffet, sample it all, and we'll go from there. Definitely gonna be trying more things than if I ordered the old-fashioned way, that's for sure. But nonetheless, that's why there's no slow-mos of food, because there's gonna be a lot of food, and I don't feel like doing slow-mo every time I get a buffet thing. I'll try and make the slow more calm and controlled versus the Chinese buffet one. Link in description. But first, we're gonna start with the namesake, the house biryani chicken. It's like rice, chicken, herbs, spices. Very tasty. Definitely has some heat to it. Get the chicken. Get a lot of spices in there. What was that? Compared to Amar's pizza. Compared to that ghost pepper biryani I had, and it's just being labeled normal. I'm not gonna say it's spicier. Maybe like one step down in spice level. Which goes to show you just how not spicy that ghost pepper biryani was. That's really good. I definitely like this one more. This is a lot more flavor in this versus the Amar pizza one. Okay, so now we're gonna try the reddest piece of chicken I've ever seen. Look at that, it practically blends in with my sweatshirt. Look at that. This is the tandoori chicken. Down the hatch. It's distinctively different from like normal fried chicken I've had. If it's even fried, I don't know. It kind of looks like grilled or baked, honestly. But, you know, I'm eating a leg, so it reminds me of fried chicken. It is very distinctively, it's like almost sweet, I guess. I don't know. I've never had tandoori chicken. I could just be pulling all this shit out my ass. I'm speaking absolute nonsense. But it almost feels kind of sweet to me. But the texture's great. Honestly, there's some really good chicken texture. And it's tasty. I'd rather have that than a lot of chicken out there. I don't know if it's the residual heat from the biryani, but this might have some heat on it too. Like, again, never had Indian food really before, so I'm really just kind of jumping in head first, blindfolded into all this. But that was good. Let's try this. This is some goat curry. That's a bone. The goat curry. Spicy, juicy. Genuinely, one of my favorite meats is like lamb and goat. I think there's so much flavor in there, so much yumminess, and you can definitely taste it in here. With that curry sauce, add some heat, some nice spice flavors. But I'm gonna go get a second plate of food and see what we can find out. Okay, so I got 3 more things. I would have got more, but there's a lot of stuff with some naan bread, and I'm not sure which of that is supposed to be dipped with, is eaten with the naan bread, and which is just supposed to be shoveled into your face hole. But, so I got this. I'll go back up for another round after this. But this is the butter chicken. Probably what is one of India's most well-known dishes, I guess, based on my absolute amateur research of just what I hear and not looking anything up ever. So I am quite excited to try this. I've never had butter chicken before, but nonetheless, butter chicken. I can see why people like this. Very buttery. It's in the tomato sauce. We're getting a lot of good tomato coming through. Chicken is amazingly tender. It could be pretty dry, but quite frankly, I don't know, and I don't care because there's so much of this butter sauce. But it doesn't matter if it's dry or wet because your mouth is going to be moisturized. I just realized this is a plate full of chicken, but that is definitely my favorite thing so far. Now we have the chili chicken. Hopefully you guys can see that. Might be a little blurry. Like I said, kind of playing things fast. You know how we do at buffets. You saw the title of the Chinese buffet video, Fast and Loose, baby. But let's try the chili chicken. I'd say definitely my least favorite thing so far. The least best, if you will. Not because it's bad, but just because there's not a lot there. I'm not getting a lot of flavor, or even heat for that matter. It's like, it is fucking tomato red, or I should say chili pepper red. Yeah, there's like no heat to it. It's just not a lot of flavor. And maybe probably going from the butter chicken to the chili chicken, such an explosion of amazing flavors to not a lot. Makes me look at it a little worse, but you know, it's the way we roll here. But now I got this big old hunk of meatball. Probably some bones in here, so I'm gonna get my knife. But this is the chicken curry. Shout out Chandler the cat, R.I.P. His nickname was Curry. Down the hatch. Not as good as the goat curry. At the piece of chicken I grabbed in particular, not a lot of meat on. It's just kind of big hunk of ball with like a bone in the middle. So not tons of meat, but also I'm just a bigger fan of goat than I am chicken. And I think because of that, the sauce is very similar and everything, but I just like the goat meat more. So that's like maybe one step above the chili chicken in terms of ranking of the things. Let's go back up there. All right. So I got 4 things here that I can't remember the name of. I took a picture of the stuff, and then I will throw that picture up on screen now with what it's named over it, so you know what I'm talking about. So, and I also just decided to cover my bases. Anything that looks like the bread could be dipped in it, I will dip bread in it. And then after this, we just got some rice and some soup, and then that's, other than a salad, everything at the buffet. So, this is some chickpea stuff, some kind of masala I saw. Jesus Christ. I almost want to ask, but they're kind of running around a good amount, so. The masala stuff. Very good though. I would say it's kind of like less spiced hummus. Like not so in your face, a lot more mellow hummus. Which I don't mind hummus, but it can be a lot. So I can really appreciate that. But now we're trying the spinach and artichoke dip looking stuff. It's like darker spinach and artichoke dip. I don't hate it. But not really my favorite. It's very, I'll explain it. Dirt-esque, I guess. But that really paints it in a horrible light. I'd still eat it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It just tastes like the ground. I don't know how to put it any other way than that. How'd I end up reviewing food if that's how I describe stuff? But now we got the stuff with celery in it. Really not a fan of this, but I don't want to waste it because they have a sign that says not to waste food. Not that I try to waste food anyway, but that sign really makes me feel guilty about it, but really not a fan of this. This is like the person that I openly don't like. Yeah. I can pass on that one. It's like pretty bitter, and it tastes like kind of sour, pickly. Two things I'm definitely not a huge fan of in general. But yeah, that one is the first thing I've had today where I'm just like, genuinely do not like would not eat if presented to, I guess is a good way to put it. The other stuff I'm not a huge fan of. I'd still eat it if there's in front of me. That I would not. All right. Lastly, got the soupiest of the non-bread dips. And I don't even know. It looks pretty, it just looks like mush to me, but down the hatch. That might be my favorite dip on this plate. It tastes like kind of like a modified bean dip. If I wasn't in public, I'd go bean dip. I'd bean dip myself, but that'd look really weird in public. Then people would really start to question what kind of video I'm making here. But it's just like a nice mellow bean dip with like a little bit of spice in there. It's good. If I had to rank these bread dips, I would go the last one, number 4, number 1, 2, 3. So best for last, literally, and then go from the start down the list. I'm gonna try and eat the rest of this here because I don't want to waste food. I'm getting very, very full, but we're on the home stretch. Just got a couple things of rice and some soup to try, and then we'll wrap it up. So we got some rice, some carrot stuff, and some veggie soup. I don't see any desserts on display, so I'm not gonna bother with that. Plus, I'm just so fucking full. But we got some just normal, plain old rice, which I know isn't all that exciting, but it was there, so I wanted to try it. Yep, that's plain rice, all right. I'm getting some residual flavors from just what was on my spoon, but yep, that's plain rice, all right. Now this next stuff is like carrot, something or other. I'll put the whatever it is up on the screen right now because it's carrot something. Man, I'm good at this. But I'm typically not a big carrot guy, so let's try it. It looks just like carrot rice with just some mushiness to it. I'm so not good at describing things. That is so sweet that I have to assume that's the dessert they have out. There's no way that's not a dessert with how sweet it is. But it's like, I don't know. It's like paste. You don't really have to chew it much. You can pretty much just put it in your mouth, swallow. There's some carrot in there. Whatever they use to sweeten it up, not a huge fan of. But again, that's probably just me not liking that specific dish. Not that it's bad. But no, last but not least, a little bowl of veggie soup. Yeah, the soup, it's very flavor packed. Again, it's like a sour broth. It's like intended to taste kind of sour. Which is not something I'm into. But nonetheless, I gotta finish it. No leftovers here, boy. Yeah, boy. Alright, that's everything. Oh, I'm so full. What do we think of Charminar Biryani house? Oh, definitely wasn't expecting to walk into a buffet. But nonetheless, here we are. Highlights, that butter chicken. Pretty much that first plate was all good. second plate was pretty mixed. And then this last plate, very much not my thing. I think I had 4 plates. Either way, it was very good. The butter chicken was very good. It's a nice mellow place. That could come to. I'm really all over the place. Let me start over. The butter chicken was really good. The goat curry was really good. What else did I start with? Oh, the namesake, the biryani, was very good. I think those are like my top 3 things. Bottom 3 would be that celery dip, the soup, and the carrot stuff. But that's probably just down to my personal preference of food. I would not take that to the bank. Because everything else is pretty solid. It's like at least edible. Well, God, I'm using the worst possible words. It was like pretty good, and it's probably just down to personal preference. Beyond that, oh my God, I'm so full. But biryani, Charminar Biryani House, whatever this place is. I'll put it on. It's on the screen. You saw it. Definitely solid. I would go to here again. I wouldn't mind trying the not buffet, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. You only go and eat the D on this channel, and eat the D and on this channel. We fly by the seat of our pants here. So, I really liked it. I'd come back. Definitely not like it's not making the list of all-time greats that I've been to, but definitely a good establishment. And I would. I'm just so full. But yeah, that's all I got. If you've been here, if you've been to the downtown one or the midtown one, sound off in the comments. If you are of Indian heritage and or familiar with Indian food, I apologize for eating anything wrong and pronouncing stuff probably horribly wrong. But I'm a Midwestern white boy, what can I say? But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time and attention. Hit that thumbs up button, goes a long way for us here at Milky Media. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all your food and gaming needs. I'm gonna have a lot of new games coming up soon. I'm gonna finish Dead Rising 2, then I got like at least 4 new games I'm gonna do after that. Sorry, my camera died mid-sentence. I saw the battery warning. I didn't know it was warning me that much of impending doom. That impending. But got a lot of new games coming up on the channel I'm excited to play, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Let's talk Indian food in the comments, favorite dishes, favorite spots to get it. What's the best city for Indian food here? I maintain Detroit's one of the best cities on the planet, one of the best food cities on the planet. But there's nothing it can't do, but as my first Indian food experience, I'm glad it was in the Detroit metro area. And it's just, so yeah, what's your favorite? Anything else that's on your mind? Would love to hear from you down there. That's all I got for now. Once again, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go home and pass out.
Yeah, let's go. I know I'm moving through life like it's a runway. I'ma live life in style and paint this life like a masterpiece. There's no bringing us down, and we don't know what tomorrow holds, so we gon' live right now. All we know when we pull up, God, I'm saying this.